Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about everything motocross, or a lot of the current news that's came out. This is the day before the Ironman National, so I'm going to update everyone on the ins and outs on who's riding the Ironman National. And I want to talk about Eli Tomac versus Sexton. I want to talk about World Supercross. I want to talk about MX Nation. We have 20 laps set here on the Fox Raceway National. So here we go. Let me get into this race here. Let me get through the first turn craziness and I'll start talking. We absolutely bombed the start there. This is live commentary here, coming at you. Here we go. Yeah, so first off, let's talk about what the main title of this video is, which is Eli Tomac versus Chase Sexton. And really just the crazy championship, the crazy race we're going to have at Paula. Because honestly, as much as I think Chase Sexton's going to go 1-1 Ironman, I honestly think they're going to split. They're most likely going to split the motos again and beat Tomac's going to be 1 point ahead again. Yeah, and who knows, they could flip-flop again and Chase could be 1 point ahead again. So a lot can happen here. I think unless somebody goes unless Chase goes 1-1, because honestly, I don't see Tomac going 1-1 this weekend in Ironman. I just don't see it. And if he did, then this conversation has no relevance. But just for the people who are watching this after the Ironman National, if Chase Sexton went 1-1, here we go. 5 points. I believe it's going to be that gap at that point, or is it going to be 1? I believe, because it was... No, it's going to be a 4-point gap. That's right. Okay. 4-2... It's going to be under 5 points at that point. But if Tomac goes 1-1 this weekend, I think it's kind of over. I think Tomac's going to win it. But you never know. Remember, just say Tomac goes 1-1. Remember what Chase did at the beginning of the year at Paula, and remember what Eli did at the beginning of the year at Paula. But then I saw a comment saying something like, well, Eli's really good at Paula, he's won motos, and in fact he won a moto by 40 seconds last year. True, Eli did win a moto by 40 seconds last year. I was at that race at Paula, and they ran the track backwards. By the way, I hope they don't run the track backwards this year. That was the stupidest thing ever. But yeah, about Eli winning that moto by 40 seconds. So let's just hear me out here. Dylan Ferrandis did not need to win that moto. If Dylan Ferrandis needed to win that moto, Dylan Ferrandis was going to win that moto. Remember that. Ferrandis wrapped up the title that day and he just needed to beat Ken Roxon. So he saw Eli was on a hard charge and just pulled over for him and let him go. That's what happened. So anyone saying, well, Eli can win it by 40 seconds. Yeah, Eli can go into beast mode at any time. We've seen it. But honestly, let's be real. Other than a few weirdo races at Paula, like 2020 Paula, that was good too. I was at that race too. That was good. But let's be real. Yeah, I just don't know. Tomac on the Yamaha at Paula, I know his shock was going up his ass that race, but still, not that great. And we all saw what Chase Sexton did. And let me just say, all the times that Chase has raced Paula on a 450. Which he raced it last year, but he only raced the opener last year at Paula because he was hurt or something was wrong with him. I think he was like sick or something. Sorry, I don't have that great a memory. I don't exactly remember. But hey, 2020, Chase wins the second moto in the overall. 2021, damn near beats Ferrandis in that first race, that crazy race. In fact, the short that I uploaded for Who Wins Ironman, which basically are my preview shows for the race weekends, that was the clip of Chase damn near beating Dylan at the end there. So yeah, and then 2022, this year, dominates Ken Roczen and takes off and goes 1-1. So historically, Chase is better at Paula. Is Eli bad at Paula? Absolutely not. He went 1-1 there, 19, 1-1. No, he 1-1 is 2019 is the only time he went 1-1 there. And let's be real, he wasn't racing a Chase Sexton or a Marvin Musquin. Marvin Musquin was not on his level that day. And who knows? Maybe Tomac, outdoors wise, this is gonna sound really stupid. I'm so sorry for this, but outdoors wise, maybe Tomac's just better on the Kawasaki. I know that's the dumbest thing ever. Clearly he's better on the Yamaha, but still. Tomac went beast mode how many times on the Kawasaki? Outdoors wise, and he's only done it twice now this year, which is Millville and what's that? Buds at this weekend. Maybe Tomac's just better on the Kawasaki outdoors wise. And Paula wise too, because Kawasaki Eli at Paula was crazy. And Yamaha Eli at Paula this year, granted that was a different situation, maybe he's just not that great. So that's just my opinion. Maybe Yamaha Eli, even though he had all those wins, maybe it's because Chase got bad starts. And Chase could not hold it together, but look at Unadilla, man. Eli is not good at that track, and Chase took advantage. And Eli, even though it could have been the tire issue at Bud's, did not take advantage. Eli Tomac, in my opinion, if Chase wins the first moto this weekend, Eli is going to be kicking himself for that second moto at Bud's, because you give Chase a little bit of confidence. We've seen. You give him confidence, he's going to run away with it. He won Washougal. You gave him confidence. And then, what happened? He went out and smacked Eli at Unadilla. And honestly, if Chase never crashed at Bud's in the first moto, Chase would probably went 1-1 there. I'm just going to stamp that right now. So yeah, good salvage by Chase at Bud's though. I've talked about this in my Bud's Creek recap. Y'all could go watch that. But yeah, who wins this title? That's my question. I have no idea who wins this title. I hope Chase wins it, and I think Chase is gonna win it. But honestly, every single week I have an idea. Like after that first moto at Bud's, I was confident. Oh well, Tomac's just gonna take off here in the points and just stamp this title and go out on top in outdoors. Because if you haven't heard, this is kind of Eli's last time in outdoors in his career, so I'm literally going to watch his last outdoor race, unless something changes. He straight up said at Millville, he didn't say it to us, but he straight up, I'm sure you've heard it in interviews, he straight up said in interviews at Millville, after Millville, that yeah, unless something changes, I'm probably done after this. So I'm sure he wants to go out on top. If he doesn't go out on top, and a question I asked on Twitter is, and I want you all to answer this in the comment section too, if Eli loses his championship to Chase, does it affect his career? Personally, I don't think it does. He's still one of the greats to do it. But honestly, I don't know, man. We all thought Dungey's career was going to get affected. Tomac beat him in Supercross that one year, and Dungey beat him. And I don't know, man. I think if Tomac is bad, if we're in a close championship like this, and Tomac if we're in a close championship like this in Supercross and Tomac can't pull it out, then I think it'll affect his career. But I don't think it's a big deal if he doesn't win this one. I mean, the only thing he has over Chase right now is that experience. He's done this, what, 3 times? He's 3-time champ. And you got to think, 4-time champion in the series. I think Carmichael's the only one to do it, honestly. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Carmichael is the only 4-time champ in the 450 class. I'm talking 450, not 250. So yeah. Other stuff I want to talk about here. We're probably not going to go 20 laps, but you never know. Other news, in case you haven't heard, World Supercross announced their race format, which is basically a Triple Crown format. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see, what was I gonna say here? Oh yeah, so it's kind of, so they're gonna have their normal qualifying during the day, and then they're gonna have their normal heat races. And then the top 4 or 5 from the heat races are gonna go into like a fast lap time type like they're gonna go. I'm gonna call it a fast lap time competition, where whoever sets the fastest lap gets first gate pick, and then second, third, fourth, fifth, you get it, and then the rest of the guys who transferred in are gonna just pick gates off of that. So what Adam Bailey said, when Adam Bailey, who's putting this all together for the Saudi group and all of them, he's basically like the event operations dude, or whatever you call him. He said, in normal Supercross, you only get to see the stars of the show at the beginning of the night and the end of the night. That's it. And they want to make it, to where you see the stars of the show at all nights. Not at all night. All night, basically. And if I'm being real honest, I don't know if that was the best idea, because after that, they're going to have the Triple Crown format, basically. 3 main events, but the difference is, and I didn't even know this till somebody commented, till I was reading, till I left a comment saying like, oh yeah, I dig this is going to be cool. And somebody left a comment saying, and I don't know if I'm going to trust a Instagram comment from sketchy ass dude, but he was telling me that they're going to pay points per main event, which I think that's a bad idea, because say Kenny comes out and gets hurt or has a bad race for the championship, then the championship's screwed at that point. Like, this is why I know when the Triple Crowns came out for Supercross, a lot of fans were saying, why don't you pay individual points for each moto, and like Pro Motocross does? And the answer to that question was, well, we don't want to jeopardize the championship. But then World Supercross comes in and they're going to do it. So yeah, World Supercross right now is basically throwing a big middle finger to Feld and basically to Feld Supercross, like saying, hey, y'all can't do it, but we'll come in and do it. We'll come in and steal it. Basically. I know they were talking about for American Supercross, I think after the first year of the Triple Crown, which was in 2018, saying, why can't we have 17 rounds of it? And World Supercross is going to do it. So, other than this, like, 3-round showdown tester championship that they're doing here, I'm still not sure how many rounds the actual championship's going to be next year. If anyone has any answers to that, please let me know. But yeah, World Supercross is going to be interesting, and since I have the time here, I want to talk about the TV package. I feel like I've beaten apart the Pro Motocross TV package, because luckily I only have to deal with it for one more round, which is Ironman, and I go to Paula in September, so that's good. But I want to talk about it. What is World Supercross going to do? As far as I've heard, and I trust Chris Cooksey. Y'all might not trust Chris Cooksey, but I do. Because, let's be real. If any media guy has been in a press conference, they probably know stuff, and he has people's phone numbers. He is under the impression, or probably has seen some stuff, and if this is not true, please let me know that in the comments so I don't get my hopes up. He is under the impression that the guys at World Supercross are already in development for a F1 Drive to Survive Netflix type series, but for Supercross. if that is true, World Supercross is going to grow, and Feld SX and American Motocross is going to fail. So, but TV package wise, as far as live events, I've heard a bunch of different stuff. I don't think they're going on national television, which Pro Motocross and American Supercross needs to get the hell off live national television cable. But I've heard Amazon Prime, I've heard Peacock, I've heard a lot of stuff. One thing I know is that they're not going to let this fail at all. They are doing, the guys at World Supercross who are putting this on are doing everything they can to make sure that this does not fail. So yeah. And I also, we had, I think I announced it, but we have a few more riders announced. Matt Moss, Greg Orlando, which I have no idea who that is. Cedric Subaru, so we have some more guys announced there. Apparently Joey Schiavocci and Shane McElrath are racing it, which that I don't think has been publicly announced, but that's what I've heard. For Rick Ware. And yeah, biggest news, which once again I have time and I can go back to this. We're going to talk about KTM for a little bit here, because KTM had some news. First of all, I don't think I've announced this, but Marvin Musquin coming back for 2023 on a Red Bull KTM. That's good, because he literally got the only win for KTM this year in American wise, which is crazy. Oh wait, I said American, that's right. I was thinking Tom Vial over there. I was like, wait a sec, Tom, yeah, he's coming to America, but he's not American. That's not our American series. So yeah, good. And then news that might blow the water apart. Dungey could be coming back for Supercross, which I don't think that's going to go well. I don't think he's going to come in and be battling for the championship. I'm talking about American Supercross here. Dungey could be coming back. That's exciting. Other rumors I've heard, there's a Jeffrey Hurlings thing, which if you follow me on Twitter, I have a very controversial tweet right now saying Jeffrey Hurlings was probably the guy at Star Yamaha that they closed his farm down for, which I'll make a separate video on that, because that deserves its separate video. Another thing I've heard is Chase Sexton. Chase Sexton is rumored to be going into KTM. Once again, I don't know if this is this year, next year, for 2023. I don't know if this is 2024. But the rumor is Chase Sexton is going to KTM. And even though I know people at KTM and have some connections, and hell, I've even been to the shop here in Marietta, if Chase Sexton goes to KTM, I think that will be a career killer, and Jet will whoop his ass every single time. That's my thing. So yeah, my last thing I want to talk about here is MXON. Like I said, the American team got announced, so we're going with Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, and Justin Cooper, which a few weeks ago I would have been pissed about Justin Cooper, but Justin Cooper has picked it up in the past few rounds, and I believe he deserves that spot. Honestly, I don't think it mattered who the 250 spot was going to be, because Chase and Eli, other than Budds Creek and a few of the races at the beginning of the year, they have set the pace here. Chase has openly said that he thinks they can go win it, and you know what? I trust my hero Chase Sexton. So yeah, not hero, but you know, just one of my favorite guys, for sure. But Japan going with Joe Shimoda and two guys I've not heard about. And yeah, I guess that's it here for my Let's Talk Moto. Yeah, I thought I had more stuff to talk about. Yeah, Ironman this weekend. I guess I'll pick my winners right now. As far as 250, I got a lot of hate from my Deegan video. And honestly, if you think Hayden Deegan's gonna finish top 5, you are on some shit. That's for sure. You are on the sauce, because hell no. Hayden Deegan does not finish top 5 at Ironman. Paula, that's a different story. I think Deegan will do way better at Paula, because Deegan grew up riding Paula basically. And up until recently, rode Paula pretty much every day. So yeah, anyone thinking he's gonna get top 5 at Ironman, please stop with please stop with that trolling. But yeah, Deegan will do good. I think he'll do good in his career. And as far as Ironman, I think he'll be top 10. Like, top 10 is realistic. As far as winners, I think Jet is due for another 1-1. I didn't even realize this till the other day. Jet has not gone 1-1 since Millville. He hasn't gone 1-1 since Millville. That's a problem. And Hunter, I think he's gonna just fall even further behind, and Joe Shimoda will be 2nd overall, and Justin Cooper will be 3rd overall. 450 wides, Tomac, Sexton 1-2. Whoever wins and gets 2nd, just toss that up in the air, and Jason Anderson 3rd. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Jason win the overall too. So yeah, that's it for me here. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the subscribers I've gained. I'm at 700. We're on the road to 1,000 here. Please help me to get paid for YouTube. That'd be great. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.